Well, a grand old welcome back to 100 Days in the Jungle. And as you can see, we now have plenty of builds behind us. I've been hard at work, and we are going to continue during today's stream. For me, it is about noon here in Madrid, España, but I'd love to know what time it is for all of you. We will be continuing to get even more progress done on this build that I've been working on for about the last 2 hours or so. As you can see, if we hop into Cheaty Cam, it is a cool looking design, and it definitely has a lot of depth and a lot of different aspects to the build that I'm very happy with, so we can take a quick look at it right now. One very advanced building tip that I would give for all of you is that when you build with multiple layers of walls for the interior, it allows for you to do a lot more with the depth of the build. For example, you can see that we not only have one layer of stone right here, but another one that's leading into the doorway, and it continues all along with the sides, giving some extra depth to the windows right here as we continue along on this side as well. And then we have a really cool kind of, I don't know, just window indent and chiseled depth to the wall that we have right here, but still plenty more for us to do just to add all of the bits and bobs and texture little pieces that will make this build really come to life, which I'm very excited about doing with you guys all for a little bit on stream, and some very exciting things going on as well for tonight that I don't think I will be able to live stream with you all, but I did want to spend a little bit of time and give you guys a bit of an update for the world as well. So here we are. And so I do think that one fun thing that we will end up doing to add a bit of extra life to this build on the exterior right here is to add some barrels, and then actually maybe to even add some brown banners, which I do believe, yes, I have right over here. And one thing I really enjoy doing is kind of adding a bit of a diagonal coming down from these trapdoors that we have on the sides right there. We can take a quick look, and you can see just those little things by themselves will make a huge difference for us. And then I think we'll also head in here and see if we can make ourselves some signs if we don't already happen to have some, which it does seem like we do. We are going to be successful and make a couple of decorated pots as well. And I have a feeling that it is definitely a different time of day for us to be live streaming. I'm sure many of you all are asleep, so hopefully some of us that are on across the pond, as you would say, for me as being from the United States, will be able to spend some time with me and get a little bit of extra progress done on the build right here. I do think that what we will end up doing is come in on the sides next to these trapdoors. And as you can see, the little bit of brown that we'll be adding around here will add some extra contrast and a bit of depth to the builds as well, and really kind of make it all come together as one cohesive piece here. Although we may have to get a couple of different signs up in the area as well. Hey Serotonin, I was just thinking about you. I wasn't sure if you would be able to hop into stream, and actually you are a major reason for why we're even streaming in the first place right now. Now this has to be a secret. It has to stay between us, okay? And I've kind of already spoiled it a little bit, but the Lotus Season 4 is starting tonight. It is going to be at about 9:30 p.m. my time, so about 9 hours from now. All of us Minecraft content creators will be getting together and hang out, and we'll all have the recording buttons on and get our first bit of creation done and hang out together for Lotus Season 4, and very excited about doing it. But you did ask yesterday, are we going to do a live stream? And obviously, I didn't end up getting to do it. Sometimes it's a good feeling just to be able to play Minecraft and enjoy the experience by yourself, and I wanted to do that and really just enjoy being a video gamer. So yeah, it was a very relaxing evening of just kind of preparing and getting a lot of things ready for some extra progression. As you can see, we now have a big old farm, and I'm steadily continuing to breed some cows so that we can probably within the stream actually be able to put in an enchanting setup. And you'll also be able to see right here that we now have 27 levels to our name, so we are very close to being able to enchant our first bits and bobs of diamond gear. Along with, we were able to get full iron gear and some diamonds to our name. As you can see, we have our diamond pickaxe, and you'll also see that I have a diamond chest plate right here. So we are looking pretty good to start us on off for today's stream. Cool, I'm glad you understand. And is the audio settings, are the microphone settings a little bit better? Of course, we have the music in the background as well, so hopefully that will make the stream a little bit more enjoyable as well. So I think we'll place away a couple of these things that we don't need for the moment. Head to sleep for the night, but I did do a bit more adjustment when it comes to the audio, and as you know, I don't have my little bit more professional microphone, just using the gaming headset that we have right here. So hopefully it's a little bit better, but you never know. If it does sound better, it's just some minor adjustments and tweaks that I've been able to do for expanding like the expander and the compressor, and having a bit of a noise gate as well. So hopefully it does sound a bit better. And actually, one thing that I pretty much never do, a really good and fun little plant to put really beautiful, are these little shrubs right here. So you can see it has a lot of depth to the build, or depth to the plant. So I think it can look good. So we'll probably, actually, why not continue and have this build just only have these little bushes on the side. But you can see the little bit of green, and especially, I wasn't planning on having it right here, but having some mossy cobblestone right next to it is a good feeling to have as well. And so yeah, you can step back and you can see it looks quite good, I think. And then also, one thing I really do enjoy putting up around here are a couple of pots. And we can do that on the upper little bit of the build too. And then we'll step back and take a look at it. And I have a feeling that, yeah, it's going to be a good vibe right here. It's going to look good. And then, you know, why not? I think we'll splurge a little bit too. And this is something I really enjoy doing as well. Make a couple of lanterns and a couple of chains right here. And then we'll come down. We actually might come down twice. And I've been playing for like 2 hours and it has not been raining at all. See, actually, I think we'll just do one chain. Break that guy off. Then why don't we do a lantern here for some lighting? Yeah, I like that. Then actually maybe we'll try to come down with 2 right here. Then maybe put a pot with 1 more fern. Just like that. Oh, and perfect. You can see that just stepping back, adding some chains and some lighting, and yeah, the little things make all the difference in the world when it comes to these sorts of builds. So we'll place down a crafting table and place it right here for some extra lighting. so that we can get around to making an interior for this build as well. Hey Ace, it's good to see you, man. No, I am not back from Spain. I'm in Madrid. I'm actually in the capital of Spain right now. And I will be returning back to the path next Thursday. My mom is going to be coming to Spain, but there was an extended period of time where I was just on the trail by myself and walking 8 to 10 hours per day and getting a whole ton of mileage in, and I kind of came to a realization. Part of doing the Camino de Santiago is a lot of soul searching and learning things about yourself. And I learned that as much as I love being in the outdoors and I love moving my body, I'm sure you guys know that I love to do exercise every single day, although I haven't here in Madrid been exercising. Just a little bit more difficult to do it based on my situation, my living situation at the moment. I realized that although I love doing it, I kind of like extended stretches of exercise that are, 5 or 7 days in a row, but being by myself on the path, for 8 to 10 hours per day, it was just not as enjoyable. For me, I was, feeling a little bit more lonely, I would say, and at the same time, I also did realize that I get so much fulfillment and enjoyment out of making these videos for you all and live streaming and connecting and, those sorts of things that I ended up going to Madrid, and there's a gaming lounge that's pretty close to the place that I'm living at the moment. And so I kind of get the best of both worlds, where I get to walk around and explore Spain. After the stream that we'll have together, what I'll end up doing is go and have a really nice lunch, enjoy the food culture here, and walk around the city and explore the beautiful architecture that we have all around. And then I will get back and start recording with everyone else for Lotus Season 3, which makes me very excited to be able to hang out with everybody. I like that song, but one thing when you're live streaming or recording and you're talking over it, you do not really want to have people singing in the background. I think it makes it a bit more difficult to hear me, and one thing I always say is I don't want to be competing with voices that are more beautiful than mine. Oh, Ace, you're going to France tomorrow? Oh, that's so exciting, man. Any reason for business or pleasure, or just to go and explore and see what it has to offer? I'd love to know. Say, why don't we put another one of these pots right there? And actually, if possible, although we're running out of iron, I think we'll place another one right there too. So yeah, I'm really enjoying my experience here. I'm having a Guys, does anyone... Okay, I'm paused. Does anyone hear the creeper? Okay, it's a thunderstorm. Let's head to sleep for the night. Oh, that was dangerous. That could have been really bad. And try to collect our gear. Oh. Oh, I'm so glad that I was able to hear that. Okay, let's try to collect all these different things. Woo! That was nerve-wracking. That was scary. I'll place down some temporary barrels so that we can kind of just place everything inside very quickly. Hopefully I didn't lose too much of my gear from that. Wow, I didn't take any damage from that. Yeah, you guys saw that front and center. Oh my, And yeah, I definitely want to know, is the quality a little bit better? Can you guys hear me? Or at least is the audio not too bad? And Serotonin, I know that you wanted to stream, and it was yesterday, and it was humbling. The fact that you were still about some connection and being able to spend some time together. But I just looked back at the stream as well after making it 2 days ago, and you know, of course the audio was not nearly as good. And so I wanted to, I was like, man, that's such a total bummer. Audio is such an important thing to have when it comes to recording or streaming content. And so I just wanted to make sure that when I got back to streaming, it would sound hopefully a little bit better. Wow, actually, this is starting to look really beautiful. We might not need too much more here, too. So that's a good feeling here. Why don't we come in with some more barrels and kind of just line the sides? I would say we can take out some oak logs right here. Take out one more crafting table so that we can keep making things. Make 16 more barrels. Yeah, that timing with the creeper definitely was crazy. Yeah, just come in on the sides right here. Not only does this add just some more life to the build, but also kind of just like spreads it out a bit more too. And then actually we can come back. I forgot before that creeper ended up coming. Let's see. Make one more chain right there. And then come back to fix this spot right here. Is the balance with the music a little bit better too? Hopefully it's a little bit more akin to a stream like what we have back at home. Then I guess we'll utilize a bit more of our iron, make 2 more lanterns. And I think that it would be a good thing to maybe place down a lantern right there so that we have some extra light coming in too. Then why don't we actually do it right there as well? Then take one more step back. Of course I don't have to stream because of you. But one thing, I often talk about with you guys is that, when it comes to making content, as opposed to, guys, it's been so long. Oh, we don't have any emeralds, actually. We can't. Oh, we would have been able to get pale moss and mangrove, which would have been so perfect for the jungle. Oh, it's a bummer. As you guys know, it's... Oh, but we could get a lead if we wanted to. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But when you make content for other people, last night was really enjoyable because I just got to play Minecraft by myself. But creating content, as much as I get a whole ton of fulfillment out of making these videos, it's for you guys, right? So I'm not recording, in a pity perspective because, just because I know that you would enjoy it. I'm creating the content because I know that you would enjoy it. Like, that's what it's all about. And so hopefully this is enjoyable. In Ace, also, an extra opportunity to be able to spend some time with you guys that are also across the pond, just like I happen to be at the moment. Although, in a funny way, I think that this would actually be just about the time when I would start recording for our early morning streams back in Colorado. I know, Ace, I'm sorry. The poor llamas. I'm not usually one to do that, but in this world, it actually could be very helpful having some leads to our name. I do believe here. And I enjoy this song too. So, as opposed to just looking at the screen, I can already tell that I have a smile on my face, which of course you guys can't see, but again, I just love making this content for you all. Boom. I like that. But there's one thing that I do think, one other little bit that I want to add to the accent here, which will add some extra life to this build, and then we actually may be able to move on towards the interior, which is totally a good feeling. Okay, sometimes the mic pops a little bit. Let's see if I can do something. See, get to my compressor, and then reduce the gain a little bit. Actually, and hopefully if you can hear me just like that, that should be better. That might be the most that I can fix. My microphone that we have back home is just a little bit better for what we're doing right here, so I would be able to have a little bit more of like a pop filter, which is embedded within that microphone. So, the difference there is efficient, and it's a good microphone, as we've talked about in the past. I say, why don't we take some of these things away, and then we'll get to a little bit more construction out here, too. By taking away the lives of a couple of these cows, so that we can get some leather, not only for some books so that we can get ourselves ready for some enchanting, but just for the time being very quickly. I love placing item frames along my builds. On the exterior, it's going to add some extra life, or some extra brown and some orange, as you'll see in just about a second. So we can take out a couple of those cows, head back over here. Oh man, 10 item frames is more than what we need. It's a good feeling. Maybe we can place one of these guys right here. Yeah. You can see that's already, yeah, this is going to add that little bit of, extra bit of, yeah, orange and a bit of yellow here too, as you can see. These little things just make such a big difference on the build. Let's do it on the sides right here too. And maybe here and here. Yeah. Serotonin usually wake around 5 to 8 a.m. You and I both, man. I've been sleeping a little bit later since I've been here in Madrid. Reason being for that is nightlife just looks completely different. Actually, just for some fun right here, I'm gonna change the song quickly, make it a bit more on the slip sort of vibe. I've actually never ever used a lodestone in the builds. Oh yeah. But I found another portal, a ruins nether portal. Look at that. Look how pretty those are. That's stunning. That's exactly what we're going for here. Cool. And then I think for the accent piece that we'll have, the thing that we'll put into these item frames, we'll put clay balls, or at least experiment with it. Actually, I take that back. Maybe we'll leave these item frames just by themselves, because especially with the lodestones here, I don't want to add too much kind of noise to the build. We already have a lot with cobblestone and the lodestones and some mossy cobblestone right here. So I think that that by itself will actually what we're looking for. We will head to sleep for the night, of course. No way, Sleepy! I hope you're doing well. It's been about 2 weeks or so since I've been able to spend some time with you guys. Thanks so much for coming and saying hi. Let me know, what do you guys think of the builds? And any names that you would like to give to it, I'd be happy to include that within the video when it eventually comes out. Okay, why don't we hop down this tree very quickly here. Then, y'all, I think it's exactly what we're looking for. Completed exterior for this build here. Look at that. I love the little arch that we have actually coming up here with the item fruits and then the pods. Quite fantastic. Quite fantastic. Then this, such an interesting, I think I'll make a balcony right here. Kind of hard to see with the vines, but interesting little outlet roof that we have. But I like it. I'm a fan of it. What we will do is we'll take out our stone blocks. We can head to the interior of the builds. Don't need all of these things. Get rid of them for the time being. Hold on to that. Hold on to our wheat as well. Place away those leaves. Then we'll be able to use all of these blocks to our name. Come on in, so that we can make it our floor for the interior. Along with continue to get even more cows. I think close to having a solid start for our enchanting setup, I do think. Like the building, Sleepy? Thank you. This is both of these builds. You guys can totally see right here. Actually, why don't we take some signs? I'll put you guys, I think I'm gonna put y'all to the interior after these builds, and of course, put you guys into the world here. Why don't we have this wall? We have Sleepy Obama, of course. Right there. Is 8 right there. And Serotonin, I think I've got you already. Yeah, Cobb. I'll put Cobb in here too. Cobb live from Spain, my man. Which is probably why, see that I have tons of render distance, and that probably the quality, like, you know, I don't have any frame loss or FPS loss or whatever, however you say it. Things are looking quite good. Actually, I do want to just try one thing to place it trapdoor, see what that kind of looks like. I kind of like that. A fan. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, live from Spain. I am renting out a gaming lounge, which I will, guys, you can't tell anyone. Can't tell anyone, but Lotus Season 4 starts tonight. So I'm taking a break from the trail, from the Camino de Santiago for a couple of days, and then on next Thursday, my mom's going to be going to Spain. She has never been to Spain, never been to a foreign country that speaks a language that is a language that she has no idea how to speak, anything like that. So I will be her kind of her guide along trail, and we will continue to backpack for about 5 days or so and really just have a good old time together. But before that, I just had a lot of time by myself on the trail, and I came to another realization that I really just enjoy being able to make videos and connect with you guys and spend time together. Look at that. That's really easy. Now I have to think a little bit more about how else we'll put this interior together. But yeah, I'm renting out. Right now, I'm actually kind of in a little bit more of a communal area. Which I'm kind of proud of myself with kind of just my own self-development. There's plenty of other people in a public space that can hear me live stream with you guys, and everyone else at the same time also speaks Spanish. I think a lot of people do speak a good amount of English too, so I'm sure they can hear me. Know what I'm saying and what I'm talking about and whatnot. But this evening, since Cobb, I'm sure you know, the first day on Lotus, there's no streaming. We give it about a week or so before we allow for any content to be really shown from the server. So unfortunately, I won't be able to bring you guys in with that process. But I will be renting out my own little streaming pod this evening about 9:30 p.m. Spanish time. And yeah, it's gonna be cool. Find someone I like in Spain? Well, of course, that's I'd love to do that. And I'm putting myself into those environments for sure. And I've made some good friends around the world on the Camino de Santiago. It was really cool. And I'm sure I'll make a couple more friends. But unfortunately, I kind of messed up my trip because I ended up making too many booking reservations. And the whole point of being a pilgrim is to throw yourself out of your comfort zone and kind of from point A to point B, just with your backpack and make reservations the night beforehand. But I made all of my reservations for the trip way too ahead of time, so I unfortunately was not able to stay with a lot of the friends that I made along the trail. I had to continue to walk in order to make it so that I could get to my reservation booking. So I made some friends, and then I wasn't able to hang out with them 24/7, which absolutely was a total bummer, because I really had a good time with everybody. Didn't want to have to say goodbye to people. Actually, I think we will head back inside here. Yeah, Tim from the trail, exactly. My good buddy Tim. He was spending some time in a different part of Spain right now. He is with his significant other, and they're just exploring around the country. So I'm happy that they're having a good time, but we were gonna have to say goodbye and split ways regardless. So it goes. Any other ideas that you guys have here? Add things to the build right here. I kind of don't want to add, honestly, too much. Not sure. Kind of like how it's looking at the moment. This out one more stone block just like that. Come in with our door once again. But honestly, this build could be looking quite alright at the moment. I think right next to all of you guys hanging out right here, why don't we place down our bed? I think maybe here will be good. I'm a fan of that. But I really don't know if I want to have too much right here. Maybe, actually, we could add a couple of paintings. See what we can work with. We'll go like that. Maybe we'll do another one. I don't think I want it to be vertical. There we go. Take out these temporary blocks, take a step back, and see what it is that we're looking at here. Yeah. Just some extra color. Just some extra color, maybe. Ooh. It's quite big. Let's see if we can do maybe another one right here. One too much. And as you guys know, when it comes to building anything in Minecraft, it is a bit of give and take and a little bit of experimentation just to see what has happened to pan out and work out. Maybe we'll do some shutters for the window right there. We continue to do that. I kind of like that. Adds a bit of extra noise, but like not too much. Yeah, balance and everything. We don't want it to be too noisy build, I would say. Got that guy. And I do think it would be nice maybe to have one singular painting right in here. If I can reach it, there we go. And go to sleep. I've been sleepy before you guys ended up coming into stream. I ended up getting snuck up upon by a creeper. It's quite nerve-wracking. Oh, the music's kind of loud. Thank you for telling me. Let's see. Down like that. Now that I'm playing on this rig, I totally want to upgrade. Absolutely, totally want to upgrade my PC. Stop recording. Totally want to upgrade my PC. And so, I don't know, I'm definitely considering doing a bit of a splurge when I get back to the US, but I'm not sure. I am also splurging by the fact that I am doing this trip by itself. So, maybe as like a Christmas present or something like that, but this is really showing me that playing on something really beautiful. The quality is just so much better. To get actually maybe invest in a PC that will get me to where I want to be when it comes to making the best quality content as I can for you guys. And, I've really been learning over the past couple of years that sometimes it's worth to just make the investment. It seems like, a good amount of money at first, but you kind of lock in. I like that. Okay. It seems like a good amount of money at first, but you actually, you can make a return. Every single thing when it comes to content creation that I've used in order to, or spent money with in order to make the content better, has made content that has then, over time, helped me make my money back. So, I'm considering just pulling the trigger, but I also have to be conscientious, and generally speaking, a pretty frugal person. So, I'm not sure, we'll have to see what ends up happening. It's down to it. Let's get some more wheat so that we can breed up some more cows. Then I do think that we will also make a bit of a stone pathway so that we can have just some more direction and make this place more into a jungle village. And at the same time, I think we're very, very close to getting enchanted up as well. It is... what day is it? Day 42. So we're almost halfway for this 100 days, which is cool. Having only gotten, work done here in Madrid. I'm not gonna edit any of the videos up. I have a memory stick, and so I'm kind of saving everything, saving my world saves and saving all of my recording files and whatnot. And I will be getting around to editing all of this up when we get back to the United States. along with more Lotus content, and we have a creator event coming up the first weekend in August that I'm hosting, a charity event. And I've never really hosted an event with other creators myself, I don't think. This past winter, I had an idea to have a massive snowball fight with tons of other content creators. But then a great inspiration and a good content buddy and friend named BH, who's really good at designing events, ended up getting around to pretty much hosting the entire thing. So there was not much going on in terms of me actually organizing it myself. He ended up doing everything. So trying to figure out how to host a server and have mods and make sure that everyone has a good experience and set up teams for charity donations, all those different things is going to be very new for me. So we'll have to see what ends up happening out of it. Where's the game? Perfect. Plenty of wheat to our name now. We can place away our things here. Get out our stone blocks, which it seems that I've placed over in this direction. Yes. And then get to making some stone pathways so that we can connect our build up. Yeah, what time is it for you guys? I know that for Serotonin, it's around 6 a.m., I believe. It's probably around 6 a.m. for you too, right? This is usually the time of day where I am FaceTiming my mom. So after stream, for me, it's going to be probably close to about 1 o'clock or so, and I will go and get some food. I ended up doing a food buffet yesterday. I had so much food that I had to walk around Madrid for like an hour and a half. Which is a good thing. Just being able to sightsee and see the different landmarks and sorts of things. This evening. Shovel, we don't have any sticks to our name right now, so we'll go like that, then take down this iron shovel. Honestly, I feel like 100 days are such a fun way for me personally to be able to experiment with not using anything in creative mode. Although, very, very proud of my starter base for Lotus Season 4 that I did build in creative mode. Matica, it's gonna be really cool. Oh, Sleepy, it's 6:55 p.m. for you? What? Don't feel like you have to share if you don't, you don't feel comfortable. But I'd really love to know where in the world you happen to be. Traveling abroad and being able to stream abroad. And just, I haven't been in the United States for multiple weeks now. It's been such a cool, just international experience, and also reinforces, that life looks so different, and I'm so appreciative of you guys spending some time with me, regardless of where you happen to be in the world. So, thank you for being here and spending some time with me. Oh, and also, Cobb, I feel like my ability to play Minecraft, just my ability to play Minecraft, I feel like I'm so much faster at building and collecting materials, and even more interestingly, I'm super confident about doing things that would usually make me really nervous, like going to the Nether or going caving and sorts of things. So I feel really, really capable and equipped based on the quality of this rig to be able to do that. Let's see. I think the creeper. F in the chat. The creeper that we had earlier took away our stone cutter. Frustrating. Let's see, we'll take out some site here. Some more slabs. And I don't want to go too mossy all of this, but maybe we'll make a little bit, 30 slabs of mossy cobblestone just to add that extra texture. So I have to get just some normal stone as well. I like having a bit of smoothness to our path designs as well. Oh, the music's still kind of loud, Cobb? Thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah, well, also, when it comes to you, if you guys haven't checked out Cobb's content, he is on Forever Crafts with another good buddy, Plato, and a couple of other really good people as well. I'm actually not really sure who else is on Forever Craft, but it's a Forever World SMP. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know how I've gone so long without upgrading to. Well, hopefully it actually shows. I am the sort of person that does like being frugal, and making smart kind of monetary decisions. And so I got the gaming laptop that I have back at home years and years, and I mean probably over 6 years ago. It's really starting to get outdated at this point in time. Say, just an extra reason to upgrade. I've totally gotten my use out of it, and I've actually, everything included, as we were kind of talking about earlier, I have made enough money through doing YouTube that I've been able to pay off every single thing, including my $1,500 gaming computer. So, I'm not... And actually, now that I think about it, I am totally on a trajectory of having made enough money this upcoming year. By the end of the year, my year to date will definitely, I just don't know how much more. It'll be over $2,000 that I made just from playing Minecraft, guys. So, maybe it's actually worth spending $2,000 and really getting a rig that will allow for me to do more. But at the same time, I was also thinking about, I'm going to do some ChatGPT prompting, probably when I go and eat lunch, about how much can I actually, what is the threshold of me breaking even when it comes to making money on YouTube, hiring an editor? Because if I make, a couple $100 a month from doing this, I wonder if I can have an editor just to edit up one video a month or something like that. Then that would give me, more time back to make more videos for you guys, because I wouldn't be spending as much of the time editing myself, right? Which would then, make it so I'd have even more money coming in every month. So those are things that I'm really starting to think about when it comes to actually investing in this whole YouTube. Who's my favorite YouTuber when I was young? That's a great question, Sleepy. First, very quickly, getting sugarcane down. My favorite YouTuber when... Well, actually, let me ask a clarification question. My favorite YouTuber for Minecraft, or my favorite YouTuber general, because it has changed over time. When I was a kid, I was super into competitive Call of Duty, and I actually, with this gaming monitor or gaming rig, was able to hop in and play some Call of Duty yesterday. Last night, had a total blast doing it. Absolutely popped off. Was destroying people. Again, I really was into like competitive Call of Duty, and so knowing how to play the game, something that I definitely have experience with and success with. So I used to watch a lot of Call of Duty gaming YouTubers, but now, of course, for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been very heavily to Minecraft. So now I have different Minecraft YouTuber fans, or people that I'm fans of, better put. Let's see. Say that we take down this barrel right here. Maybe we can find a little sneaky place to put it inside. I don't think so, actually. I think it would be too noisy. Ace, yes, is the short, is very quick answer. Yeah, I love being a teacher. But I also love teaching on teaching just in general, right? So like, as you know, I have the Minecraft Content Creator Kit. I have my second channel where I'm teaching people how to grow a YouTube channel. So I just love teaching in general. And I think that life is very quickly changing with the advent of technology, where even being a traditional teacher in a classroom will always be a thing, but being a traditional teacher in the classroom will, I hate to say it, teachers are like the profession that everyone knows don't make enough money, but at the same time, with the advent of technology and the ability to get information online, I think that the traditional teaching roles are also, they're never going to benefit from having more money unless you happen to teach through an online platform. So, yeah, I love making videos, and I love teaching, and I love playing Minecraft, and I love creating things. So, it wouldn't be, I wouldn't look at it as like, I would never stop being a teacher, I would say, but I would continue to, if I was to leave the classroom, and be able to make more money and have more time flexibility, and, even being in Madrid, right, I can make this content anywhere that I want and explore around the world, and all of those things are, just incredible by itself. So if I had the opportunity to, do all of those things, absolutely. Yeah, be a full-time YouTuber. Without a question in my mind. Yeah, absolutely, Sleepy. Thank you, Serotonin. Yes, one thing I was thinking about, I was listening to a podcast earlier this morning. If you're creating a digital product, which is what happens to be Minecraft Creator Kit, in order to get people, you don't want to make something that will just feel like a scam, something that really doesn't provide value, because then, you gain an audience and they're willing to support you, and, it's something that they're interested in when it comes to developing skills by themselves, and you get to help out with that. Well, then if they spend the money and it's, not good, and they don't feel like it's worth it, then you've just lost not only, someone who's really willing to support you, but a potential, customer for, eventually we'll have a full, like a massive content kit, which Serotonin, as you'll just get every update for free going forward. But who knows, if I was to be a full-time creator, and, for example, eventually, probably in 2027, we'll have, a coaching program, that sort of thing, where I get to workshop and really, teach content to you guys. But that will be much more, it'll be more expensive. It'll just have to be, because the value that will be provided will be even more than, the Content Creator Kit is too. So, I think when you're creating something for other people, over-deliver, make it way more than worth the money for people. So I'm definitely trying to do that as much as I can, and that's also part of the reason that the structure for the Content Creator Kit, for those of us that are, those of us that have purchased it, it's just, it's totally worthwhile, because it would not be in your best interest, and it wouldn't be in my best interest if it ended up being something that was, not valuable, helpful for you guys, if that makes sense. Not too much, Sleepy. Kind of just talking about the Minecraft Creator Kit, which is the digital resource that I've made for people to learn how to make cinematics and really make their Minecraft content as aesthetic as possible right now. And then we'll continue to have more modules coming up in the fall about making it more, a little bit more on like the video packaging side of things. Ooh, I like that painting right there. And then just more and more modules over time, and how it's worth making something that's of immense value, so that, you know, it's, again, I would feel like a horrible person if I made something that wouldn't be worth it for you guys. So yeah, just talking a little bit about that. But beautiful. Let's take a look to FreeCam. So happy I have replay mod going. Look at that, we now have 2 beautiful looking builds right here. We will kind of end up connecting all of this farmland in. Hey, why don't we do it right now? No reason not to. Hit start on the replay mod recording once again. But oh yeah, Sleepy. Yeah, I was kind of just wondering. Yeah, are you looking for my favorite YouTuber when I was a kid? Or my favorite YouTuber, specifically within Minecraft? If that makes sense. Because I have 2 different answers. I guess I can explain both. When I was younger and I was all about playing Call of Duty and doing it in a professional sense, there was, yeah, he's not a professional Call of Duty YouTuber anymore. His name is Scump, and he's on Optic Gaming, or was on Optic Gaming for a very long period of time. And he has always been kind of called the king of Call of Duty professional gaming. Incredible gamer. And so he was always a massive inspiration, along with Nadeshot, if you've heard of those guys, both on Optic Gaming. And when I was maybe 16 or so, they were in their early 20s and started, you know, being up and coming in the Call of Duty sphere. And so I took a lot of inspiration from them, and I loved watching their live streams, and they've been incredibly successful in life as a result of being able to play professional Call of Duty. So I just loved that, and I loved everything about Optic Gaming, and just professional Call of Duty was so fun for me to play, and really was quite good. Me and my friends would play for about, I don't know, like 8 hours. In high school, we would play for about 4 hours every single night, maybe. Then on the weekends, we'd probably play about 8 hours, 9 hours or so. I've always been a very big gamer. You guys can probably tell. Yeah, I really just enjoyed that. And then eventually I got back into Minecraft, which was, and actually my friend that I played professional Call of Duty with back in the day is the exact person that, when I was maybe 11 or 12, introduced me to Minecraft, and we would play servers together. So I'm very thankful for him introducing me to the world of video gaming, for sure. But now, I would say the reason that I make my Minecraft content the way that I make my Minecraft content is because specifically Mythical Sausage, who I'm sure you guys have heard of, but I saw his Empires Season 2 come out when Episode 1 for that came out, and he started just showing cinematics of Minecraft. I knew that he was doing something incredible, being able to use cinematics to show Minecraft with different angles and perspectives, and, you know, not just the whole placing down seeds in the normal gameplay view that we have right here. So I knew that the way that he made content and was able to tell a story, most importantly, through cinematics, got me super inspired. And I kind of learned everything that I could to be one of the best on the platform now when it comes to making cinematics. And I'm sure some of you guys know one of my best buds here on YouTube, Etad. He ended up actually sending someone in my direction today, just like, you know, hey, like, I'm Etad's friend. I heard that you make some of the best cinematics for Minecraft YouTube. Like, can you give me some help? And so he says, you know, as I'm sharing, I just loved teaching things, so I was able to get some pointers, whatnot. Oh, Junior. Yeah, I totally forgot that you changed your profile picture and your name. I totally forgot about that. It's a good upgrade. A good upgrade. I'm a fan of the new PFP and the new username that you have for your channel. I do remember you, but I didn't realize that you were you. That makes sense. But y'all, that is looking quite very fantastic, I think. Look at that. Oh, this place is starting to come together. Actually, let's do just a little bit more. Kind of fill in this last little area. Some seeds right here. Then, y'all, I do think it's just about time for me to go and enjoy some sightseeing in Spain, enjoy some good food as well for tonight. Get to recording with everyone for Lotus Season 4. We are officially on day 44. We have 2 official builds in the kingdom. All of y'all's names on signs around the kingdom. Junior, we got you right behind us. Of course, Serotonin, you're on the other side over here. Ace, we've got you side here with Sleepy and with Cobb. Beautiful. I like this interior too. All freeform, all off the dome, as you could say. I'm always building a kingdom. I don't know how to play any other way. I have to make a kingdom. This is a kingdom and a jungle-only world. But playthrough will finish after 100 days, of course. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Leave a like on the stream if you have not already. It's such a pleasure to be able to hang out with you guys from Madrid, España, and have an international community of people that genuinely really enjoy spending time with. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, plenty more streams to come. We are almost halfway, of course, on our playthrough. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, Serotonin. Bye, Ace. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. Thank you, Cat. Thank you, Sleepy. Thank you, Cobb. Thank you all, y'all. Sorry, I'm sorry. Rewatch the stream. Rewatch the stream. It's a good one. Alright, guys. Enjoy.